lesson we're going to do today I call the location. Okay, the way we're going to start it is each group is going to need some materials. So I have the materials down here at the back of the room. My name is Bill Stevenson. I teach at the Marlboro Middle School in Marlboro, Massachusetts, and the class is a 6th grade math class. Every group is going to receive an envelope. On the envelope, there's a letter. And the letter simply is going to identify your group. Don't open the envelope when you get it right away, because there's a secret location inside the envelope. This is secret. Your group and your group alone is going to see it. So today's lesson, the students receive an envelope containing a secret location. They then have to decide the number of people who would be at that location each hour for a period of 24 hours. And they gather that information on a chart, and then we have to brainstorm some ways of showing that to a group. Here's what I'd like you to imagine. Imagine there is a camera focused on this location, and every hour on the hour, it's going to take a picture of that location. It will see everything at that location and everyone at that location. So it will do this. At 1 a.m., it's going to take a picture. We want to know how many people you think will be at that location at 1 a.m. Justine?
So everybody in each group at their house, they're going to tell like who's going to be up, or is it just going to be like...
What you're going to do is tell how many people will be at the place. Not what they're doing, just how many people are going to be at the place. For example, if you had a school, how many people would be at the school at 1 a.m. and at 2 a.m., and when would that begin to change and how it would change. Does everybody think they understand what we're going to be doing? Yeah. Okay? All right, go ahead, start thinking about what's going to happen, and I'll be coming around to take a look at what you see.
What time do you wake up? Like,
I wake up at 5 or 6.
On a regular day, like, if your dad wakes up to go to work, what time does he wake up?
He wakes up at 5.
4. My dad wakes up at 4.
If your parents leave at that time, how many people are in your house then?
Then she has 5.
No, 4.
Oh, 4.
So 4, how many in your house?
Same.
So it was 5.
5.
I have 2. Okay. What about 5 a.m.?
4. I only have 4 left.
Okay. 4.
I have 4 still. 4.
4.
I still have
6.
There's only 3
my mom
left.
and dad are already gone to work.
Okay.
3.
4.
I'm only, yeah.
4. 2.
4.
All right.
At 6 a.m., most people go to work, right?
Yeah.
So we should change that.
Like how many go to
Probably
10 or
about, not 10, but
they get about like probably 4.
4, yeah.
The reason behind having the students generate their own data is to give them some ownership of it. If they come up with information themselves, they've talked about what the meaning of the information is. They've probably analyzed the place a little more. They feel it's more important than if you just hand them a sheet with numbers on it.
30 people fit? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. 30.
Yeah, 30 people could fit in there.
Yeah.
And upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah, they got the little kids and the big kids, and, you know.
So they open like around 5.
They open around 5.
Yeah.
Well, they don't open.
That's when the librarians
That's
come.
when the librarians get there.
So when do they open then? They open usually like 7 or 8.
Yeah, 7.
7 or 8.
Yeah, no, there could be 5 then because 2 more showed up at 6.
Yeah, so 3 librarians show up at 5 just to start getting stuff ready upstairs.
So
Then the 2 librarians downstairs go downstairs to get everything ready.
Now we have a chart with information on it. But that chart isn't going to help us see what's really happening at that location. Any ideas on what we could produce that would show us the change that's going on in the number of people? Pat?
A line graph?
A line graph. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd go for that. What do we need on a line graph?
Jagged lines that go up and down to different spots on how many there, like how many people there are.
Okay, lines you said that go up and down. Anybody else have anything on direction these lines need to take? I think starting the graph, we need to have an idea of where we're starting.
If you have a piece of paper, you could like start from the corner and then go up where the numbers are to show that where that is.
Okay, so let's say we're going to have a line that starts at a corner and goes up. The experience that the children have had with graphing has involved other kinds of graphs than line graphing. They've had work with bar graphs, they've worked with pie graphs. This is their first experience in creating a line graph from their own data. The reason I had the children do line graph work today is there will be an extension on this, and they will be working in science to show change over a period of time. And this is an excellent foundation for doing just that.
So go like that, then put a dot there, like at the amount of people above like 2 or 1 a.m. Then you just go down like
Continue, yeah?
like that at another time.
What do you think? Look okay to you guys? All right. Once we understand this is what we need, we're going to get some more materials up here at the back desk, and we'll give you, we've got 3 colors of paper here. You can take a selection of colors. So why don't we start right here and work around the room. Come on up.
What are we going up to, 70 or 80? 80.
What I'd like to do is to start looking at what we've produced up here. And I need a volunteer who could come up and sort of give us a reading of what you see here. Wendell, you want to do that? I guess our idea is to see if we can guess what kind of a place this might be based on what we see.
There's no people at home at 1, and there's no one at home at 2, 3, or 4 a.m. in the
Okay,
morning.
does everybody notice what Wendell's saying? Could anybody tell me what you think that might be saying about this location? Anybody speculate? Megan?
It's a place that opens at around 4 o'clock and ends and closes at 9.
Okay, Megan's looking ahead to 9, and what are you noticing at 9, Megan?
That no people are there, so that means that like it might close.
All right, let's see if you can tell us what happens about 5 or 6.
And then at 5 a.m. there's 3 people, and then at 6 there's 5, and then 7 there's 8.
Okay, that's not many people in this place, is it? Would you say that's a lot of people in this location?
That's like when everybody starts like coming in.
Who starts to come in, do you
The
think?
people.
The people. Do you think we could talk about what kind of people if there are only 5?
Hungry people?
The what?
Hungry people?
Hungry people. Okay, so maybe you're, well, I don't know. What happens up at the maximum time here?
There's a lot of people coming at 12.
Sort of the middle of the day, around 12, you said there are a lot of people here?
Our group's location was public library, and we figured that there wasn't really going to be a lot of people rushing out to get a lot of get some books or get a lot of information early in the morning. But then by mid-afternoon, there'd be a lot of people there because they'd be getting out books. Like a lot of adults, they'd be getting books, and kids would be getting research for projects and stuff.
It looks like at noon, that's when all the people get there and it's packed and
Okay, so a lot of people are here at the middle of the day,
yeah.
you're saying.
Around 1 a.m. it's up here with 5 people. Stays that way till almost around 4 p.m. and then it gets lower down.
What
to
happens at, say, 4 a.m.?
4 a.m. It's about only 3
Goes
people.
down to-
Goes 3 people.
3 people. So somehow some people who were there have left. Would you be able to?
And then it stays there until 8 a.m.
What happens then?
And then it starts to drop down.
Why do you suppose it's dropping?
It might be a place that's just open at night, like a nightclub or something, and there's a lot of people at night there, but they all leave during the day.
Okay, so it might be something that's just open at night, and the people seem to be leaving during the day. Okay, does it have a lot of people there ever?
No. It could be like a house when everyone goes to work that's empty in the daytime and everyone goes.
Megan says it's a house, so I guess we should go to that group and see if we can find out from the people over there. Anthony's got his hand up. Tell us what you have.
Megan's correct. It's a household. And the reason why people are dropping off is because, like she said, people are going to work and going to school, and then they're coming home. That's why more people are getting back towards later day.
Excellent job, folks.
I learned from this that, like, when you do get older and you want to make a presentation, this is a good way to do it because the line graph shows, like, if you're doing stocks or something, it shows which way they're going and how they're doing. If we have to do that sort of presentation, that we can have it and it will be, legible for everybody else and, know what we're talking about and can understand it.
What is the value of having students generate, record, and graph their own data? Discuss Mr. Stevenson's decision not to supply grid paper. Brainstorm the use of line graphs in other disciplines.